All right, testing, testing.
Hey, Angel R, are you there?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Brian?
Hello. Did you hear? Did you hear what happened to my food?
To your food? Yeah. I
Yeah.
was here, dude. It was funny because Julian was like saying that as he was eating it, he was just like, I don't remember ordering this, and he just kept on eating.
Yeah. He said he never got his food, so I guess it's fine.
Well, I talked to him and he was like, I mean, I just ordered pancakes, so I just assumed it was mine. Hey, and he devoured that like there was nothing on the plate.
He deserved it. It's okay.
Test, test. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we
Good
can.
All right. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here on time. Y'all look sharp. We'll start in about 4 or 5 minutes. Give everyone some time to settle in. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Roque, and I'm the VP of Programs for Urban TXT, Teens Exploring Technology, and welcome to our 2022 Demo Day. So let's go ahead and get started. Just some important announcements and reminders before we start. We're very excited to have the community be part of this Zoom link, and we want it to be interactive and engaging, but just double check that you don't have any distractions in your background. Make sure to double check that you don't accidentally unmute yourself and disrupt a speech or a pitch. And also just double check that you do have the right settings. And if you just simply want to watch it on YouTube or LinkedIn, that's another option. But with that said, let's go ahead and get started.
Recording in progress.
So to kick us off, I am very excited to have two of our actual TXT alum serve as our MCs for today. So I would like to introduce our first MC, Angel Remigio, and our second MC, Valentino Anjuin. Everyone, please join me in welcoming our MCs for today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Valentino Andrewen, and this summer I was the design lead for SELA. I worked alongside the designers and helped them develop their skills over the summer.
Hello, my name is Angel, and this summer I was the tech lead for SCLA. I had the opportunity to work alongside the developers and taught them multiple programming languages.
Now it's time to introduce our top 6 teams who will be pitching to you today. First off, we have Sweep Alert with Drew, Brian, Leandro, and Diego.
Next, we have Collector Haven with Trayvon, Diego, Wendell, and Rodrigo.
Next up, we have Swindle Stop with Matthew, Dylan, and Mohammed.
Then we have Shiva Shield with Kenneth, Stephen, and Julian.
Next up, we have the Service Queue with Jordan, Robert, Alex, and Jeffrey.
And don't forget about Get Tech with Sergio, Ralph, and Junior.
We wish all the teams luck and may the best team win.
Thank you, MCs. Let's give it up for our MCs. It's so beautiful to watch our alumni come back and do a full circle. Thank you, MCs. So to get started, I want to talk a little bit more about the mission of TXT. At a glance, it may seem like TXT is simply a coding program, but we are much more than that. TXT is a family. TXT is a brotherhood where we allow Black and brown boys to increase their confidence and grow as a person by becoming a tech entrepreneur. This is especially important to our mission because, unfortunately, due to the statistics, 1 out of every 6 and 1 out of every 4 African American and Latino students end up incarcerated during their lifetime. This is why TXT is so important. Our mission is to disrupt those data points and to ensure that the next big tech entrepreneur is from our community, from South LA, and more importantly, from TXT. So how do we do this? Our formula allows us to provide 3 important points to allow all of our students to grow. The first one being technology. Our program allows our students to become full stack developers and they build professional products using professional tools. Secondly, they do this through the process of experiential learning. Our students take an idea, turn it into a product, and then take it to the market. We allow our students to explore and learn on their own and truly explore the possibilities of technology through experiential learning. Lastly, and most importantly, we challenge our students to think outside the box, to lead by example, and to step up as a leader as many chances as they get. This is what makes TXT so special, the combination of leadership, technology, and experiential learning. And today, you'll have the ability to see the final products that are created through our formula.
Now we'll go over the itinerary for Demo Day. First, we'll have our founder and CEO, Oscar Menjivar, say a few words. Then we'll have our first TXT student speaker give a speech. After that, one of our texters' parents will say a few words in English about their experience with the program. Then we'll give honorable mentions and shout out the teams who unfortunately didn't make it to the final round. Next, we'll enter our main event where our top 6 teams will pitch their products to you. After that, we'll have 2 more TXT students share a few words about their experience this summer, followed by a parent who will be sharing in Spanish. And finally, for the most anticipated portion of the day, we'll be announcing our first, second, and third place teams.
So with that said, everyone, if you could join me in welcoming the founder and the CEO of Urban TXT, Teens Exploring Technology, Oscar Menjivar.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Oscar, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if there was a video here. Give me a second. Hello, everyone. My name is Oscar Menjivar. I'm the CEO and founder of TXT. Hey, okay, is there a way that we can do the video? Speaker sign, video sign.
Yeah, you want me to show the video, the slides?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
This Zoom is always very interesting to use because it doesn't give you what you decide to have. I wanted to make sure that that everybody hears me and can see and enjoy the youth. That's why I want to make sure that we have the gallery view. We have 32 students finishing the TXT program this summer, which is really great. So I'm glad you guys are all giving them a round of applause because it's important to encourage our young men of color. As you know, TXT was founded with the idea that young men of color, Black and brown students, can become the next leaders and also tech entrepreneurs of our community. We strongly believe that the next leader of technology companies or any other company corporation can come from South Central Los Angeles or for any inner city in the United States. We have seen, TXT has seen successful outcomes at this point that I'm gonna be talking about that I'm very proud of, and that we have seen how many of our students have gone from not knowing any technology to being experts at companies like IBM. And we have seen students going from being not having any leadership skills or any confidence to becoming leaders to going and being product managers at companies like EA. So we are very excited that the program works. We're excited that this has been our 12th year doing this. And I'm so excited that this program virtually has done excellent work for the last 3 years during the pandemic. Just so you know how amazing this has been, it's been so amazing that during the first year of the pandemic, when most organizations couldn't serve young youth, young men because of the pandemic, because of organizations closings, we went from serving 50 students during the summer to serving over 500 students during the first year during the pandemic. And that's thankfully, to your help and to the help of the alumni, to the help of the staff. So I just want to say that, we know that it works and we know that TXT has been doing amazing things in this community. To be able to do that, we continue doing this year. It's probably going to be our last year doing virtual classes. And we have perfected that. Only because we're going to be doing virtual classes for the last time doesn't mean that TXT will stop. Next year we'll be in person, we'll be 100% in person, and we'll be at a university at USC doing 100% in person tech entrepreneurship and leadership classes for our youth. Now, the big announcement that I have today that I want to make sure everybody understands is that not only TXT this summer have been doing virtual, and it's going to be the last probably year or last summer that we're going virtually, but TXT's goal for the coming year that I'm so excited about is that we're launching a platform called Hustle and Code. We're launching a platform that's going to serve every kid in the United States. Every kid that is in the city in the United States, we're willing to serve at this point. We've gotten to the point where we can serve as many kids as possible. Like I said, we try it out. We tried this platform. From one time, we went from serving 50 students, now serving over 500 students. We got to the point where we're serving over 1,000 students. We have served students now from Guatemala, from El Salvador, from Texas, from New York, and from Los Angeles, from San Jose. In fact, there are students here today that are from San Jose. So I want you guys to understand the impact that you have made in our community. And when I say you, I mean the sponsors are here, the parents that have supported us, the staff that has been around, the staff have come to TXT and are working other places, and they're still supporting us. I am so grateful to that because we have the chance, we have the opportunity, everyone, to imagine a world where Black and brown youth are the leaders in the industry, are the leaders in this world, and are making change and making impact for our communities and for the entire world. So we're excited to say, remember this name, Hustle and Code, is the new platform that TXT will be launching this upcoming fall to serve hundreds of kids, thousands of kids all over the United States. So if you have, and please, if you have contacts to LAUSD, to any school district, to other nonprofits who want to be doing with the work that TXT doing, and we can train them, let us know, because we're ready to train thousands and thousands of people across the United States and eventually across the world to be able to do the work that we're doing. There should be no reason at this point in 2022 that in the 21st century that not one Black or brown youth across the United States or across the world doesn't have the opportunity to become a technology entrepreneur or learn how to develop their technology skills, and most importantly, learn how to develop their leadership skills throughout their careers and start at an early age. I want to thank first and foremost the parents. Thank you, parents. Thank you for all the work that you have done. One of the components and talks that we have with parents during this summer program is that we tell parents, this is not a program that we do in a silo, like the staff is doing it by itself. This is a collaboration. This is a collaboration between the students. This is a collaboration between the parents, and it's a collaboration between our staff. And I am so grateful to the parents because they have come and dropped off the students in the morning during Thai Tuesday. They have come and taken their students to our family fun day. We had one day where we got together during the summer, and they brought their students over and they hung out with us. They played soccer, they played tennis as well, and we just had a lot, and balloon tossing. We had a lot of fun. So parents, thank you. Can we give a round of applause to all the parents, please, and just show them a lot of love, because man, I can't say that we'll be able to do this without the parents that support us. Second of all, I want to thank all the students, all the young texters, because today you're texters. The entire summer you're littles, right? You're starting as littles, and now you have become texters. Now you cross into the next iteration, to the next side of the world, which is texters. I saw you develop. I saw you come in and be frustrated with like not knowing how to write one line of code, or not knowing how to spell HTML, to not knowing to knowing now how to develop a whole full stack environment, to knowing how to design something on Figma or on Photoshop, and also to being able to understand what a product manager is, to be able to do some research, right? To be able to be doing work, collecting research, just like any business students doing at top universities. And that's what you were doing this time, to be able to become a Scrum leader, a project manager, and understand what it is to lead, what it is to help your peers, what it is to bring research, what it is to analyze data. So for that, I want to say you are awesome, student. You are the present leadership that we need. You are the ones that are changing the world today, not tomorrow. Today, the audience will see that the products that you have developed are viable products. The products that have been developed are products that can be funded. The products that you have developed are products that if you continue, you will change not just your life, but you'll change the lives of many people around your community. So for that, I thank you. I thank you for working hard. I saw you work from 7 in the morning, sometimes to 11 p.m. and you did it. You're here to present your product. So for that, everybody, can we give them a round of applause to the students today, to the youth of South Central Los Angeles. I want to thank also the staff. And the number one person I want to thank today, because it's been a person that has taken us to a different level. It's a person that has, said, Oscar, we can do better. Said, Oscar, I can do better. Said, Oscar, we're gonna make the best leaders here. Oscar, I believe that our kids are the next leader at Microsoft, at IBM, at any other company. And this person has been the person that's been the leader and the go-to person. This person has been the one who's been motivating the youth. This person has been the person who's been driving to your homes, talking to parents, coming back to the university. This is the person that I'd say that if this person wouldn't be with TXT during this 3 years of the pandemic that we've had, TXT would not be where it is now. And I want to thank so much this person. His name is Roque. Roque, man, you got to wave, man. This is your time. This is you. This is all you. This is being the leader for the summer program this entire 3 years. So everybody clap. Yeah, give it up for Roque, because Roque deserves, a lot. So all your funders out there who are funding and want to fund us, we need more funding so we can give Roque a bigger raise. So we want to make sure, hey, Roque, you did an amazing job. I'm so, grateful. One of the comments that came up by Roque, I want to share to everybody, is that Roque is like that awesome, strict, funny, present uncle that every kid has. And they were saying, that's an uncle. That's somebody that we love. That's somebody we care for. So that came up over and over again. So your young man were in good hands. Your young men were in good hands this entire summer. So I'm very proud of that. And I want to thank, I know Roque has done that himself, but I want to thank the rest of the staff. Roberto, thank you for helping out with the technology. We wouldn't have done anything without your tech lead, with the technology and the technology group that you have. What separates us a lot from other programs, so everyone knows, is that we don't believe that technology is a solution. What we believe the solution is the youth development. But this team works so well with technology, having somebody in technology and somebody in youth development, and being able to combine both at the same time. So I'm very grateful for the technology leads, Roberto, and your staff that you helped. So thank you for that. I really appreciate everything you've done. I want to thank all the CITs, the coaches. I want to thank everybody. The coaches, just so you know, so everybody knows, the coaches are the ones working on a ratio of 1 to 4 with your students, with your youth, with your sons. The coaches, amazing work. Thank you for being part of us. Thank you for being there. Thank you for helping our youth, and thank you for helping every single day, because without you, I would say that we wouldn't have the return of investment on the development of the kids. Without you, we wouldn't have the return of investment on how much the kids produce. And I heard some coaches say, wow, we some of us are not doing this until our junior year in college, right? So for everybody who doesn't understand who the coaches are, our coaches are college students who will come back to TXT during the summer to help us out. The coaches are, most of them are alumni of TXT. Most of them are alumni who have gone to college and now they're giving back to TXT. And I have to say that the wins that we have is because we have a ratio of 4 to 1 instructor. So 4 students to every 1 instructor, and that's thanks to the coaches. So that's why we're so good at what we do. I also want to thank and our sponsors, everybody who has given to us, everybody who has invested in TXT at any point in their times. I am so grateful for your investment. Today you will see the return on your investment, and today you will see not just the return on investment of the youth are doing, but the presenters are presenting their alumni. You're seeing how great they are and what kind of alumni we get out of TXT. So today you will see that. So our sponsors, companies like Meta, aka I think Facebook. That's some people might know Facebook still, but Meta. Snap, thank you for helping us out. Our alumni have done internships with you at Snap, and you have been a great investor at TXT. Medtronics, we appreciate the partnership. Medtronics, we appreciate what you've done with us and the collaboration, right? I love Medtronics because Medtronics is not just a company that gives money, but they collaborate. They're here with us. They're bouncing ideas with us. So I appreciate that so much. USC, one of our judges today is Dr. Shook. Dr. Shook, thank you for helping us out and being the link between USC and us. USC, I don't have words to thank as much as I want to thank USC for helping us. The IOVing Academy for being part of TXT since the beginning. So thank you so much. Stanford, University of Stanford and their social impact program that Stanford has. I want to say thank you for that. The coaches that come from Stanford, I appreciate you for being here. CCF, thank you for believing in us and thank you for funding us for so many years. I appreciate everything you've done. All the other, I wish I could mention, we have hundreds of donors, individual donors. You know who you are, you know who comes back. And I do appreciate every single one of you. And the family foundations that are here, the family foundations that are given to us, I'm so grateful. I want to give a special shout out to a person who, if you know him or somebody's out there who's close to him, I want to give a special shout out to Richard Riordan, because when TXT first started, Richard Riordan and his foundation believed in TXT, and I'm talking about 10 years ago. Believed in TXT and said, this is going to grow. This is something we need. We need leaders like the youth at TXT. So special shout out to him and to his foundation because they've helped us, from day one. So it's close to my heart and close to what TXT has become. Why I'm so grateful for what has happened with TXT, what we have accomplished with TXT. I get a little emotional about this, so excuse me for a minute, but I was watching a special between Chris Rock and Kevin Hart, right? Kevin Hart, one of the biggest comedians you can probably think about today, and Chris Rock, one of the other biggest comedians. And Chris Rock said to Kevin Hart, he said, and one of the best compliments I've ever seen somebody give, and he said, Kevin, you are what I dream it could be. I'm like, man, I was like, that's so true. And last night, I told the alumni, if you don't know what alumni is those who have gone through TXT in high school and now they're in college, or they're professionals. They're working a professional job. They're full-time professionals, and they're the alumni of TXT. While they're still in TXT, we call them Texter. But last night I met with about 23 alumni. We couldn't get everybody there. We have 365 alumni, and we're getting them all together by groups, little by little. But what I want to tell everybody here, parents, sponsors, supporters, individual donors, family of TXT, is the youth, the alumni, is what I dreamed. The alumni and these kids today, the alumni is what I dreamed it could be. They are what I dreamed it could be. And it just brings me so much joy and emotions that a 21-year-old from our communities could be making $150K a year. And it's not the money, but the success, that the dream of being able to go through the process of becoming a leader, the process of getting into these companies, when most of the times these companies are not hiring Black and Brown. We have made it there. We're still there. Now, we have not made it 100% and completely. Don't get me wrong. We're still doing a lot of work. But they are what I dreamed it could be, right? We are seeing a 24, 25 leaders being product managers and being leaders in their teams. We're seeing that at this point, right? Or being leaders in their technology groups, right? We've seen the alumni, graduate from college in 4 years, and now they're like at companies like IBM. Now they're companies that are taking them in and saying, "Hey, come in," because they see the talent, right? We're seeing the dream come true little by little, because now we have interns at companies like Microsoft, companies like Snap, companies like Google. This is what it could be, and we have a lot of work to go still. We have lots of work to still do, but we know that it's becoming true, that the dream is becoming true, that we're changing the world one kid at a time, one youth at a time. And that to me is a huge win. And when I saw the alumni last night, I said to them, "You are what I dream it could be." We still have a lot of work, I said, so still have a lot of work, because I want to get, I told I want to get to the point where every alumni is donating $5,000 to TXT or $10,000 to TXT each year. And we have an endowment and we have funding for many years, right? That's where we need to go at, where our community is taking care of our community and the alumni are giving back, and they're giving scholarships and they're giving jobs, right? And they're supporting each other and they're mentoring our youth. That's where we're going, right? We got to dream a lot bigger, and we got to say, hey, every kid in South Central LA, every kid in any inner city should have the opportunity and the option to dream big and work anywhere they want to do, or create any career they want to create, right? And follow the passions they want to follow. So today I'm saying to everybody, thank you. To the alumni, thank you for being who you are. You are what I dreamed it could be. And let's do bigger. Let's do better. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. And have an awesome 2 hours. Have an awesome 2 hours. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all.
Thank you, Oscar, for that amazing speech. All right, everyone. My name is Miguel Lopez, and I'm the program coordinator for TXT. It is my honor to present to you our judges for Demo Day 2022. Our first judge is Dr. Shook. He's Chief Information Officer at USC. Our second judge is Santosh Agarwal. He's Director of Healthcare Economics at Medtronic. Our third judge is Adam Marks. He's co-founder of Biba Systems. And our fourth judge is Topper Lafata. He's Director of Engineering at Twitch. Judges, the floor is yours. Please introduce yourself and share with us, how do you see the youth of today being part of the technology sector in the future?
I can go first. Hi, everyone. Great to be here. I'm Doug Shook. I'm, as I said, CIO at USC. I'm also a professor. I've been a professor at USC for many, many years. Data sciences. I teach in a class in 2 weeks in enterprise data architecture. So I see students who are 18 to 22 or older going through USC in IT. And one thing that I have learned from being around you folks who are pursuing this career track, is how little I know and how little I understand about the people we need to reach, the customers, the constituencies, the users, the people out there who need services. You are just critical for this. And the insights that you have from the urban environment in Los Angeles is a unique advantage at many levels for you to be able to understand what the constituencies, what your colleagues, what your cohorts need and want and would be rewarded by, be excited about. So a lot of challenges you face, obviously, and this is part of what TXT does, is try to knock down these obstacles, but also know that you're gifted because of your environment, of your background. And the TXT has just been such a wonderful, wonderful conduit and enabler over how long it's been now. I've been involved decades now, or a decade or more, but it is huge success. We have alum right now or graduates from TXT in classes at USC right now, and those have gone and graduated and been great successes. So I'm thrilled to be here. This is a wonderful, wonderful program, and I want you to know that you have challenges, but you also have advantages. And you just, part of it is what is a challenge? A challenge is an opportunity. And looking forward to the day.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Santosh Agarwal here from Medtronic. I'm the Director for Healthcare Economics. My background is in data sciences and healthcare data analytics. I'm actually itching to get to the presentations, so I'll keep my sort of introduction very brief. Look, you have the unique ability to go out there and get things done. You have the ability to experiment and identify what works, what does not work, iterate, right? And in the process, you're learning, you're contributing. And look, I can't wait for a day when I would be working for one of you guys. So take that up as a challenge, and I'm really looking forward to hearing more about your apps that you've created. So with that, I'll turn it over to the next one.
Hey, I'll go. This is Adam. I'm working on my PhD in math now. So I sold my startup, and that's what I'm doing. Kind of moving towards quantum computing. I've been loitering around TXT for several years now. And so I've gotten to see firsthand a lot of presentations and a lot of kids. And I've worked personally with some TXTers, and I've seen, I helped some TXTers get placements at my brother's startup and have kind of supported him in that. And so just reiterating what Oscar said, like seeing the vision come true is just utterly amazing. Aside from the fact that just to be here in this supportive environment, I get to see like what all of like the tech creativity is happening, like what you all think of is to me the really fun part of it. So really looking forward to the presentations, and good luck, everybody.
Hey, thanks, Adam. My name's Topher Lafada. This is my first year participating in TXT. I'm super happy to be here. I'm super excited about the work that you guys are doing. It's super valuable, and I'll talk about that in a little bit in terms of why I think TXT is such a great idea. I'm presently the director of engineering at Twitch. I'm responsible for video ingest. This is a team of about 40 people. We're responsible for all the infrastructure that terminates video broadcasts, transcodes, and processes them and makes them available for distribution around the world. We also run an AWS service called Amazon IVS, where we white label the Twitch infrastructure for third-party customers. So in the event that you're looking for an easy solution to integrate video broadcast into your apps, it might be something worth checking out. In terms of how can TXT Youth make an impact in the tech community, for me, I feel like you guys have already sort of passed the first hurdle. You know, you're a pool of creative energy. You know, we need creative people to make things. Any collaborative endeavor is ultimately sort of a conversation. So somebody needs to get the conversation started. The fact that you guys can bring a diversity of perspective to that conversation, I think works hugely in your favor. I think youth in general think about things a lot differently than potentially I do. I know I think about a lot of things a lot differently than my parents did. So I think, you know, the diversity and perspective just from youth, but also that diversity also comes from geography, your neighborhood, your community, your city. Like, you know, the Bay Area and LA are a little bit different. New York and London and Los Angeles are all different places, and they all sort of have their own unique problems and unique takes on different things. So I feel like there are real opportunities for you guys to solve real people's problems that exist, you know, in your specific day-to-day locus, and that's a great thing. I think, you know, in general, as with any sort of creative potential, which you guys are, you know, there's an ongoing opportunity to kind of influence and improve the overall human narrative by using technology to sort of force multiply your unique perspectives and sort of shape the conversation. So like I said, I'll stop blowing all this hot air around, but I'm very happy to be here and excited to see the presentation. Thank you.
All right, once again, thank you, judges, for your time and for your guidance for our youth. If you could join me in thanking our amazing panel of judges for their time and guidance this morning. So it's showtime. It's demo day 2022. Let's get started. So just to give you some details before we start, the way it's going to work is we have the top 6 teams that will pitch. Each team will have 3 minutes to pitch, and I will indicate once the 3 minutes are finished. Once that is done, I will provide 2 minutes for the judges to ask questions, and I will also indicate once the 2 minutes are up. Before we start, I just want to make sure all the judges have the rubric. So it was emailed to you. It's also on the Slack channel. But before we start, judges, I just want to make sure that you all are all good to go. So judges, anybody have any questions about the rubric before we get started? Excellent. Let's do it. All right. So our first team we have up is Team Sweep Alert. So this is Brian, Diego, Drew, and Leandro. So Sweep Alert, you are up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hello, my name is Brian and I'm the lead developer.
Hi, my name is Drew and I'm the product manager.
Hi, my name is Leandro and I'm the UI UX designer.
Hi, my name is Diego. I am the Scrum leader and we are Sweep Alert. Have you ever walked up to your car and seen those annoying parking tickets? I know a lot of people that have received $70 tickets in my community because they forget to move their cars. I've seen my parents stress over this, and having a way to alert them would not only help my household, but keep my community clean.
That's how we came up with the problem statement. The drivers of Los Angeles County need a service that notifies them when to move their vehicles for street cleaning, because those drivers who forget are being forced to pay tickets, and it makes it harder for our community to be clean.
In our data, we noticed that 59% of people are likely to forget to move their vehicles. Similarly, 83% of people know at least one person that's gotten a ticket due to forgetting to move their vehicle for street cleaning. This problem affects most drivers, and we are here to help them.
On our MVP, users can set an alarm by clicking on the plus icon. They'll be able to move around the location marker if their auto address is incorrect. Users can set an alarm and confirm it. And once the alarm is confirmed, users will be taken back to the map page. And when they click on the alarm icon, they'll be able to see their current alarms. When they click on the location marker, a pop-up will appear containing a countdown as well as the option to cancel the alarm.
Our competitors are Sweep Alarm and Spot Angels. The problem with Sweep Alarm is they have been inactive as of 2019. User feedback for Spot Angels indicated that the app had a paywall and cost $30 a year. They request private information to access certain pages on their app. By never requesting private information and always giving confirmation emails on a purchase, we offer a better service.
One revenue stream is our premium subscription feature that gives you exclusive perks such as saving up to 5 vehicles, automatically setting alarms, and 3 custom ringtones per month. Another is our partnerships with car rental franchises like Hertz, because we can have their customers, people unfamiliar with Los Angeles, download our app to prevent them from getting any unnecessary tickets throughout their trip. Our first customers include schools and LUSD. We plan on reaching out to their teachers, counselors, and administrators and making them our early adopters for our app. Our second customers in the pipeline include members of the Harvard Heights neighborhood, since it's a densely populated neighborhood, and we plan on doing community outreach by putting flyers after street sweeping times.
In addition to our core features, we want to allow users to take pictures of street sweeper signs and upcoming construction in the area within our app so they can keep each other updated. We also want to implement a feature where we can see parking spaces with a time limit, an example being 2-hour parking spaces. On top of this, we are also open to licensing our technology to the City of LA, Waze, and Google Maps.
This summer, my team has grown and became much more confident with their leadership, their social skills, as well as their technological skills.
We are Sweep Alert, and we sweep away your tickets.
All right, Sweep Alert. That is time. If you can stop sharing. And I will start the 2-minute timer once the first judge asks the first question.
I'll go first. Maybe I missed it, I just don't understand, but how do you actually explicitly populate the matrix for this side of this street between these hours has a no parking, the opposite side of the street between these hours? How do you actually populate that?
I can answer that one. Hi, my name is Diego, and as you can see in our demo, how we move around our marker from depending on which side of the street you actually park on, whether it being the north or the south side, a pop-up will appear saying like it will give you the alarm to that specific schedule.
No, I get that part, but how do you actually embed the no parking times for each side of the street? How do you actually populate the underlying database or wherever it's stored?
Brian, would you like to answer that one?
Yeah. So like we would get the coordinates of like where the no parking zone is, like where like the actual where you can park, and we would put that into the code, and then they would show up as like a polygon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that the one aspect of the question is where are you sourcing the data from that sort of gives you visibility into the specific no parking times per street for the whole city of Los Angeles? Is that publicly available data, or are you going to need to build that database yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, I can answer that. So yeah, it is public information. Yeah, you can just find it online, and that's where we got it from actually.
I can add on to that. We found it on the Los Angeles, like the official website. And so the reason we know these schedules is because on the left side, there's like all the schedules appear on there. And depending on which part of the different district within Los Angeles, it's actually color coded to show which street sweeper passes by and their schedules.
Cool. One thing that occurred to me is potentially as part of your growth strategy is sort of auditing what other cities have that information available in some format that's pretty compatible with your current approach, in the event that you could start scaling out geographically to a bunch of different cities as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I can just add, in Boston, we have the problem of snow cleaning days. So that's another thing to consider.
All right, thank you, judges. That is time. Great job, Sweep Alert. Next team up, we have Collector Haven. So this is Diego, Trayvon, Wendell, and Rodrigo. So Collector Haven, you are up.
Can I also share my screen now?
Yeah,
All right.
go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
All right. I'm Trayvon and I'm the Scrum leader.
My name is Rodrigo and I'm the product manager.
My name is Wendell and I'm the lead designer. My name is Diego and I'm the lead developer.
Yeah, Collector Haven.
A big inspiration for Collector Haven was the time I got scammed while trading Pokemon cards online. I had been searching the internet for 2 whole days and waited 3 weeks for over 20 cards to arrive. And when they finally got here, they were all fake. I was devastated. This led us to the idea of creating a platform where blockchain technology can be used to safely trade.
More specifically, anime collectors are in need of an app focused on trading collectibles because there's no niche marketplace for the collector community to safely trade and resell the collectibles. Here's a quick presentation of how the app works.
This is the profile page where you can view anything that you have ever posted. When posting a collectible, you are only able to use an in-app camera to prevent fake images from being uploaded. Once uploaded, the item will be in queue for validation by our team, then to the profile and the feed. When clicking on a post from profile, you are given the option of turning it into an NFT. To turn the collectible into an NFT, you put in the necessary information and we'll do the rest. You can also go into the feed where others' collections will be displayed. Find one that interests you, then click it. Once here, you could trade an item for it or buy it.
From our research, we found that 60% of people have been scammed at least once, and user validation, which is a key part of our app, is the number one thing that will make them feel safer. We plan to produce revenue in two ways. First, by charging users a membership fee of $6.99, giving them access to unlimited trade after they use their first three, which are free. Then by charging a platform fee on all purchases at 15% of the value of the item. In case you didn't know, the anime market is huge. It produced 26 billion in revenue last year. Furthermore, anime has an incredibly strong following. Millions of people have traveled to attend anime conventions like Anime Expo, where there are over 100,000 attendants.
Our main competitors are eBay. eBay requires users to mail their becoming a very lengthy process of validation. StockX is limited to buying and does not allow its users to trade. Collector Haven gives users the option of trading and making their collectibles and NFTs in their crypto wallet, showing proof of ownership to a user. We plan to further validate and expand. Further validate by having a video call system for users to call Collector Haven employees to get their collectibles validated, making the validation process quicker. And we plan to expand into baseball cards next, being that they have serial numbers tied to them, making them easily identifiable.
Through our 10-week rigorous internship at TXT, we've learned how to thrive as a business, how to work together, and how to achieve our potential.
Become a member of Collector Haven, a safe place for traders.
All right, Collector Haven, that is time. Great job. If you could go ahead and stop sharing, and I will start the 2-minute timer once the first judge asks the first question.
I have a question. This is Adam. So the NFT creation thing. So what user problem does that NFT creation feature help solve?
So the NFTs, they actually, what we're trying to do with them is what happens is in OpenSea, when you create an NFT, there's like a description area and you can add descriptions about your NFT. So what we're planning to do is add descriptions about your collectible that are like identifiable to be verified. Furthermore, like if you're, for example, Funko Pops, there's a Funko Pop app where you could scan like this barcode on the bottom to verify that it's real, or Pokemon cards, there's serial numbers, baseball card, there's serial numbers. And like in that description, you would add information. And also there's new features for NFTs where you can make recordings into NFTs. And we're planning to do that. So people who buy these, like when they trade like NFTs, they could actually see what they're buying.
Right. So you described, I think, some of the NFT related features of the NFT platforms you might use, but like what benefit does it give the end user? Like, for example, if your app didn't have that NFT feature at all, and it was still just this marketplace for trading and collecting, like what would be missing, or what could happen?
I think something that we could be missing is like a further validation, because I think the NFTs are getting to the point where technology is like going to be used in different ways, into ways where maybe like in the future we can have a scanning feature where we could actually get a scan of like the whole item in 3D, and you can maybe even like spin the NFT. Like we're trying to get to the future where the NFTs will be able to further like verify these items.
I had another question about the NFT aspect as well. Are the NFTs meant to facilitate the actual physical trade of the cards? So for instance, if I sell you my NFT on the blockchain, does that mean that I'm then like supposed to mail you my card? Like how is that
Yes, that's
Yeah,
actually how it
right.
works. So, like, another reason why we're using NFTs is because of the smart contracts and how the smart contracts can hold the information of how many times the thing has been traded, when and where it has been traded. All these things are like in the smart contract. So what happens is when you trade the NFT and you also send over your collectible to the person, and then you guys just trade.
Do you have any what you think to be sort of innovative ideas around how to enforce the physical exchange of the card? Do you know what I'm saying? Like we could trade the NFT, right? And that transaction is all kind of verifiable, but but how do we make sure that the person actually like packages it up and goes and drops it in the mailbox?
Trevon, you want to answer that?
May you repeat the question? I'm very sorry.
I'm just curious about if you guys have any ideas around how to enforce the physical side of the transaction, right? So if I transfer the NFT to you on the blockchain, like how do you enforce the person actually like putting the merchandise in the mail and getting it to you and verify the other person received it? Because I think that's a great problem to solve.
So that's the main problem with our app, but it's simply solved by before you're able to trade, you would have to upload a picture of your ID. So basically, if you were to trade anybody, you're easily findable, being that they have access to your ID if you were to not go out with the trade. And also on top of that, all trades will be documented in app. So there's always proof of what was supposed to happen in the exchange.
Thank you, Trevon.
All right, that is time. Great job, Collector Haven. Next team up, we have Swindle Star. So this is Matthew, Dylan, and Mohammed. You are up.
Is everyone ready? Ahmed? All right.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Matthew Chipley. I'm the product and Scrum.
Hi, my name is Justin. I'm a designer.
Hi, my name is Mohammed Hossein, and I'm the lead developer.
And we are Swindle Stop.
In 10th grade, my favorite teacher was card skimmed. She was skimmed out of $6,200, received many calls from the FBI, and had her identity stolen across the world. After many, many months and frustrating phone calls later, she was able to recover her identity, although not her money.
Bank card users in LA need a map of reported card skimmers in order to prevent financial identity theft.
Now, what is a card skimmer? A card skimmer is a device used by thieves to take your card information to steal your money. They're hidden in ATMs and gas stations and have cost 127 million adults a total of $8 billion. Not only that, as of 2020, there's been a 45% increase in reported card skims from 2019.
When you load our app, you're greeted with a map. You can click the scan button to scan for nearby skimmers. Once scanned, it shows you a list of all nearby Bluetooth devices with skimmers in red. You can report these skimmers as a gas station or ATM. Your exact location is autofilled for you, and you can add your own description. For example, the specific ATM brand. When you submit, it adds a marker and a description for others to see, and both can be clicked for more detailed information.
Users will be able to upgrade their membership. Our free membership includes local reports, maps of skimmers, and reporting capabilities. Upgrading to our gold membership for $199, users will have access to our exclusive skim scanner that can scan any skimmer to protect your identity. Lastly, business owners can receive instant notifications of any reported skimmers in their location for only $9.99.
Our biggest competitors are Berkeley Wireless and ATM Skimmer Detector. Berkeley requires users to carry an expensive and bulky card reader. However, we can detect card skimmers wirelessly through our app, while ATM Skimmer Detector doesn't work and hasn't been updated since 2018.
Moving forward, we plan on expanding in a few ways. For example, upgrading our skim scanner to recognize more advanced card skimmers. We'd also like to partner with unions.
As I learned in this program, I realized that becoming a leader isn't all that scary, and that it's right to ask questions.
During this program, I learned so much about coding, and I want to pursue coding in the future.
As a returning texter, I was more nervous about the people I would meet than what the program had in store for me. But luckily, my group eased my fears.
We are Swindle Stop, and as Swindle Stop grows, we grow.
When we started off, we had no idea even how to address card skimming.
But as time went on, we discovered more about ourselves and the technologies and tools we'll take with us forever.
And remember, scan before you swipe.
All right, Swindle Stop. Great job. You can stop sharing. And I will start the 2-minute timer when the first judge asks the first question.
I have a question. As in most entrepreneurial efforts and startups, there should be a strong incentive for the customer to participate. In this case, what's the incentive for? How do you incentivize someone to do this, particularly for the paid customers? I mean, usually there's some individual benefit from this. How would you identify that benefit?
My name is Matthew. I think I can answer this. So for what they would get in benefit of this is that because they don't want their family members or they don't want to accidentally get card skimmed there, and as well as their community there, because in case you do find a card skimmer there and someone else goes there, they might be a family member. You don't want them to accidentally get card skimmed. So that's why you would try to report it.
Okay, thank you.
I had a question. There seems to be an underlying technical assumption that these skimmers are Bluetooth devices. Is that true? And like, how do you know that? And is it and am I understanding that right? And then if you pay for the gold membership, you're going to use the Bluetooth APIs on like your phone itself to look for other Bluetooth devices and some type of fingerprint that identifies it as a skimmer. Is that the idea?
Yes. So currently, all skimmers use Bluetooth to skim, and they have a MAC address. We scan for all Bluetooth devices, and if our MAC address of the skimmer matches with the MAC address that is scanning, it'll report it as a skimmer.
So you have like a database of known skimmers or something?
Yeah.
And where does that come from?
Currently, we're getting that data from, there used to be a police app that was only for police, and they did a research study on which skimmers had the most use, and they found out this certain module had the most use. So currently, we're scanning for that certain module.
Cool.
All right, that is time. Great job, Swindle Stop. Next team up, we have the Service Cube. So Jeffrey, Jordan, Robert, and Alex, you are up.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. Hello, my name is
Wait,
Jordan.
wait, 1 second. I have a share screen. Hold on. Sorry. Okay.
Hello, my name is Jordan, and I'm the Scrum Leader.
My name is Robert, and I'm product manager.
My name is Alex. I'm the UI UX designer.
My name is Jeffrey, and I'm the lead developer, and we're the Service Cube. As a high school student, I am required to do volunteer hours, and I quickly realized that it was difficult for me to find places to volunteer in my community. Not only that, but I had no academic incentive since my volunteer hours felt unrecognized.
This inspired us to create the Service Cube, a platform where students complete volunteer hours for a chance to win a gift card via a raffle system.
As we researched, we have found that 79% of high schools in Los Angeles require volunteer hours, and 59% of high school students feel unmotivated to do their hours.
Our app paves the way for the next generation of social, self-disciplined, and accountable high school students.
The homepage of our app will allow you to choose from a variety of places to volunteer at. Let's select the beach to learn more about the beach cleanup team. Here we can view the description page, which will show you how to sign up as a volunteer. The hour tracker will turn on when you're inside the location and inside the geolocation radius as well. The volunteer site administrator will help you find a good time to begin your service hours. Once you have completed your hours, you will receive points that you can use in the rewards page in order to enter raffles in which you have a 1 in 12 chance to win. There is also an NFTs tab, which houses the hour milestone NFTs. These will each cost $7 upon hitting a volunteer hour milestone. These NFTs will live in your crypto wallet and can serve as a way for your efforts to be recognized and officially tracked.
We will have an achievement system where students will have the option to buy an hour milestone NT that will appear after completing a minimum of 24 hours of volunteer service. The hour milestone NT collection will start at $7 per NT and can be stored directly into the user's crypto wallet, thus creating a professional digital footprint that recognizes their success. A second way we'll make money is through a spotlight feature in which we'll charge volunteer sites $20 for 30 days of extra publicity in our app.
Through our market research, we have found that Yelp was our app's major competitor. We have noticed that Yelp does not have any prizes or verified systems to document their volunteer efforts compared to our app. This shows us that there is a market for our app amongst our competitor in which we offer these features.
Our future plans for the Service Cube is to license our technology to schools that require volunteer hours for students to graduate. This will help unmotivated students visualize their progress while being rewarded. We also plan to target college students by providing a professional record of their hours that can be shown to their potential employers. This is especially important for formerly incarcerated people who are looking to rebuild their lives.
In this journey, we learn to better communicate with each other, how to discipline ourselves to face obstacles that may distract us. So I learned that our team, when we get in trouble, we own up to our problems and actions.
Invest in the Service Cube and help us create the next generation of socially aware community leaders. Here at the Service Cube, we recognize your effort.
All right, Service Cube, that is time. Great job. I will start the 2-minute timer when the first judge asks the first question.
I have a question. How do you guys kind of manage the bank of sort of volunteerable services? Is that something that requires like a lot of manual effort? Are you guys going beating the bushes, looking for places that have volunteer opportunities, or is there sort of a more automated way to get that information and keep it up to date?
I can answer this question.
Yeah.
So I guess the way we're gonna get volunteer places, so it's not gonna be us like manually getting all the people. I guess we can have like, what I was thinking is in the future we can make a website, and when we actually create our application and launch it, we can create a website where volunteer places can actually reach out to us, or I guess for the first couple of people we might have to reach out to them. But like, you know, after it all starts like rolling, like starting, then they can reach out to us, like give us all their information, and then we'll sign them up onto the list of places that students can volunteer at.
Cool. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
We have time for one more question.
I have another question too. I didn't want to hog all the space, but I was also a little bit curious about how what's your approach for the geofencing in terms of you know, how do you know that someone is there, and what are the boundaries of a current volunteer opportunity?
So my name is Alex, and I can answer that. So the way the geofencing will work is the volunteer place administrator will be able to dot out an area in which the volunteer people will need to stay in.
That makes a lot of sense. Thanks, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Service Cube, that is time. Great job, team. Next up, we have Team Shiba Shield. So this is Kenneth, Julian, and Steven. Shiba Shield, you are up.
We ready, Kenneth?
Born ready. All right.
Yeah. remember your lines. Good morning. My name is Kenneth.
My name is Steven.
And my name is Julian.
And we are Horace Security. Imagine you're home alone when suddenly you hear glass shattering. You are now part of the 85,000 people in Los Angeles who have been burglarized. The tragedies caused by home burglaries have made us come to a single conclusion.
Residents of low-income communities in Los Angeles need protective home features, such as fortified windows to prevent home robberies.
These graphs show the responses of low-income residents when asked which home feature they believe would best reinforce their home. 83% stated that they would like to have stronger windows.
These findings led us to the creation of our product, the Shiva Shield. This is Horace Security, and we present the Shiva Shield, a sleek and tough window protector. These metal roller blinds will help protect your windows from burglaries. Created with vulnerable families in mind, we made sure that the Shiva Shield was not only able to protect residents from break-ins, but to make it as easy to use as possible. Residents will be able to control when they want the Shiva Shield to open and close, along with able to schedule the days and times when the Shiva Shield automatically goes up and down. The Shiva Shield will give you the peace of mind that your windows are safely secured.
Diving into revenue streams, our product will retail at $148 if paid upfront. However, we provide an affordable payment plan to low-income families ranging from $10 to $50, depending on the amount of windows they buy.
Our main competitors are Outtech, United, and Somfy. We are better because we are focused on preventing home burglaries, or our competitors are focused on natural disaster protection and decorum, respectively. Our product is also more affordable. We have established 2 partnerships. Adam Scans, the CEO of Older Security, and Devin Triplett, the CEO of Bridging the Gap. Both have aided us through mentorship and guidance to see the full potential of the Shiva Shield.
Our future plans revolve around adding a lock system that will safely secure it to the window. Additionally, we plan to implement a sensor that will detect tampering with our product and alert the user. Throughout the summer, we've developed teamwork and leadership skills through the process of asking questions and from the countless lessons from the Lean Startup by Eric Rice.
The Shiva Shield will make the intruders yield.
All right, Shiva Shield, great job. That is time. Go ahead and stop sharing. And I'll start the 2-minute timer when the first judge asks the first question.
I have a question. Good data on burglaries, percent of burglaries and so forth, what a significant problem it is. I'm just curious, do you have breakouts on what percent of burglaries are actually initiated through windows versus through doors or other ways?
Oh, so far what we recognized it as this data that we got from the FBI database, it marked it as property theft or property crimes. So far these would include burglaries and other ways of intrusion. But so far with the data we've gathered from just people in our communities that we've looked at, such as maybe Watts or Inglewood or Mid-City, so far we're trying to get the data from them specifically to know that which places are the most vulnerable in their houses.
That would be very helpful. I'm not doubting that windows are often used, particularly in hot weather, particularly with people about air conditioning and so forth, right? That would be a good marketing tool there. The other second part of this is, so you guys are put together the app, and it sounds like you partnered with a window barrier firm. Is that how it's working, or what's the relationship between your app and the actual mechanical device that protects the window?
So if I'm reading your question correctly, or if another teammate could answer this too, if they would like to.
Yeah, my name is Steven. So basically, the microcontroller on the product will create a server that talks to the app, and the app is what controls the little motor driver that we have on our product that turns it.
Okay, I guess, so are you guys actually developing the mechanical device that protects the window, or are you partnering? Look at that one screen, look like perhaps you are partnering with a home security firm.
in that case, they're going to be helping us they're going to be the ones providing us with materials so we can manufacture our product. So that's where our partnership would help us.
Okay, so you're actually going to manufacture the barrier.
Yeah, we would be getting our materials from wholesale providers, but the actual mechanics, like what you saw with the motor and the gears, we would be assembling that. We wouldn't be getting that.
I
But
see.
we're getting materials from other providers.
Okay, thank you.
Great question.
What's how, there's sort of I like the roller blind idea. They're sort of like the old school steel bars type of things. Like, how does your product compare to those traditional steel bars in like features and in cost?
Kenneth, could you answer that?
Yeah, I'm Kenneth here, and I believe I can answer that question, Adam. So basically, compared to those traditional steel bars, ours can, basically ours can roll back up while the steel bars are just there. So for example, like say there's a fire or something else, like basically the Shiva shield could roll up so you could escape through the window while the steel bars are just there preventing your escape.
To add on to that, the Shiva shield compared to metal bars, if you often look at what you have on the window for some communities, it's kind of like gaps. They can't fit their body through, definitely, right? They can't fit their bodies through the gaps of the bars, but they can definitely still break the window with like a hammer or with like a crowbar, or even fire a gun into the home with the bars on. With the Shiva shield, we're hoping to provide a complete cover protection or shield on your windows to prevent any of that kind of blunt force.
I see. Thank you.
Have you guys done any investigation of what you believe your sort of initial capital expenditure would be to develop sort of the first batch or prototype Shiva shields and get kind of something that you could actually sell? Your first kind of production run?
Stephen, would you care to answer this one?
Yeah. If I may ask, can you elaborate? Do you mean when it comes to production, like mass product it, or just one prototype itself, or just one product itself?
I feel like probably you need some prototype and then you'll have some first run, right? And maybe that's like, who knows, 100, 1,000. I don't know what you think the first run would be, but what there must be some critical mass where you guys think there's enough units to support some initial viable business. I'm just curious about what you could sort of bootstrap capital you think you would need to get to that point.
So I think we first need to obviously create the first product and show it to our consumers. Go to the areas we were talking about, like mid city. We would demonstrate it and we'll just show it to them. And if they like it, and hopefully they do, which we hope they will, we can mass product that, because right now the product only costs $90 to make, but we're going to be retailing it at $148. So once we get like a go from our consumers themselves, we can start mass producing it in increments of either 10 or even depending on how many orders we get.
All right, that is time. Great job, Shiva Shield. That is
Thank you for
time.
all your great questions, judges.
All right. We have our sixth and final team coming up. So next team up is GetTech. So this is Junior, Sergio, and Ralph. So Team GetTech, you are up.
Good morning. My name is Sergio, and I am the Scrum and Product Manager.
Hi, my name is Junior, and the lead UX UI designer.
Hi, I'm Ralph, the lead developer, and we are GetTech.
I was dying to join the guitar club at my school, so my dad got me this new guitar. Problem was, I didn't know how to play. I struggled to find helpful resources that focus on feedback for my technique and hand placement. This led to the realization that
low-income beginner guitarists need an affordable but effective way to learn the guitar, as the market solutions are not satisfying the customer needs and learning guitar technique and terms.
According to our survey, the majority of our respondents are beginner guitarists. They thought that videos were helpful in learning the guitar.
We also wanted to implement video feedback, as the responses also mentioned that videos did not provide enough feedback or guidance.
This is why we developed Gitech, a guitar AR education app. So you'll go to our app and choose a song to play. Once you have chosen a song, you'll click the play button to begin. You'll confirm your hand placements by hovering your hands over where you want to play. Once it's done calibrating, start the song and play along. Start the record for parts you want to improve on. Click the record button again to stop recording. Check your placements on the leaderboard. Watch your recording back and see how you did. And play again. The two main sources of revenue are purchasing songs, which will grant you a lifetime access to said song for a one-time fee,
And a solution and access to all songs paid on a monthly basis.
we have a potential partnership with Guitar Over Guns, an extracurricular club focused on teaching students guitar technique, how to write songs, and so much more.
Our competitors' app subscription were double the cost of our app, and there were no free tutorials in their apps. They only focus on playing tabs.
For our futures updates, we plan on adding an open tutorial for our new users. A comprehensive tutorial will help with the new user experience and rotation rates, helping them adjust and learn the app.
We also plan on adding a machine learning algorithm. This AI will read the guitarist's movements and provide feedback on consistent mistakes that the guitarist may make, helping them break their routine habits.
As a group, we learned how much teamwork, effective communication, and difficulty there is in creating and managing a startup business.
Gitech, we put the AR in guitar.
Right, Team Gitech, that is time. Great job. So I'll start the 2-minute timer. And the first judge asks the first question.
I'll go first here. I'm the least musically talented person in the universe, but does it give you any I mean, for example, playing the guitar, does it give you any immediate feedback when you're on the wrong note, you're on the wrong key, you're fretting wrong? Is it kind of the key by key, or do you have to do the entire segment and then get the playback?
Yeah, so
my name is Junior. You want to go?
Yeah. So my name is Ralph, and so you don't get the instant feedback besides getting a yes or no on the main page. But when you go back to watch it, it will have like timestamps of where you played it wrong, and it will show you how to play it correctly the next time.
Okay, good.
I had a question about two questions about the content. The first one is more practical. Is do you need to make a specialized form of each song that has your metadata embedded in it, or is there some other source of that data that you can leverage, to have a catalog?
My name is Junior. Could you rephrase that again, please?
Yeah, I'm just curious. The songs that you pick, there's metadata in the song around, the fingers should be here and the person should be playing these notes at this time and that sort of stuff. Where does the metadata come from for each song? Is that something you guys have to prepare each one specifically and add the metadata and annotate the actual content, or is there some open format that you're leveraging where there's like a big database of previously like tabbed songs, or however you want to think about it?
Oh, so you're asking if we're going to do it manually, or we have like a code or something, or like a library we could put in to our.
Yeah.
I get you. Well, for the tutorial or the video we showed you right now, there's pretty much, we did it manually.
Okay.
Coded. So, and it's just like a one-time thing. So you just code it once and it should be automatically like responsive and have the code in it and the song. Like, yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Junior.
Yeah, to add on to Junior's point, we also have an API, sorry. And with that API, it will allow us to animate it. So you'll be able to get tabs from their API system and that will allow us to display the songs, how each song is different.
Another technical question. It looked like was your app doing like the finger tracking, like using computer vision? And
Yeah.
how and did you actually demo that, and how did you do that?
All right, so you guys could add on later, but my name is Junior. We use OpenCV. So pretty much from there, we just added it to the code and I like different languages processed in there. So it could recognize the fingers and like the fingertips and stuff when you're like playing the chord.
That's
Rob,
awesome.
Yeah.
So to add on to Junior, OpenCV is an open source Python library. CV stands for computer vision, which is the library or collection of a code that allows computer to recognize real objects in the code. This used to recognize the fingers and fingertips for the guitarist.
Thank you.
All right, Team Tech, that is time. Let's give these boys a huge round of applause. Great job, everybody.
Good work.
Well done. Well done. 9 weeks of work in an awesome 3-minute pitch. Judges, you have your work cut out for you to select the top 3. So let's go ahead and break down the rest of the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow the judges to go into a breakout room with 2 members of TXT. This will be Miguel and Robert, who are going to assist the judges in double checking that the rubric is correctly inputted and making a final decision on who are the first, second, and third place team. Just a quick reminder, third place wins gaming headphones. Second place wins PC laptops. And first place gets brand new MacBook Pros. So judges, we'll go ahead and open up the breakout room. And in the meantime, we're going to give the audience a 5-minute break. And once that 5-minute break is over, we will return for some awesome speeches from TXT students and parents. So thank you all. We're looking forward to your decision.
My name is Brian, and I wanted to ask for the meantime during the break, could we turn off our cameras? When we come back, we can turn them on.
Hang on, Brian. Yes, that's fine. We'll take a 5-minute break.
TXT's mission is about empowering young men of color in South Central Los Angeles. The mission statement began as a forum to empower young men using technology. We understand the statistics here in South Central Los Angeles. We're trying to break that. Our marquee program that we have is our Summer Coding Leadership Academy, the 10-week program where young men of color are placed in teams of 4 in a rotational program. They're creating apps, launching products, and then pitching them.
When I first joined the program, I was extremely shy and reserved. I did not speak voluntarily unless I was called on. But then throughout my years through the program, I was constantly put into these situations where I had to speak up for myself, had to advocate for myself. And TXT really taught me those leadership skills of how to, pitch an idea that I have and defend that idea in front of investors.
I think a lot of the students that come in there have very different perspectives, very different backgrounds, yet we all come from South Central. I think that was one of the huge things that ultimately tied us together. It was, we came from the same environments, we experienced the same things, and we understand the similar disparities that go along in our communities.
One of the things that we really push the students to do is how to be entrepreneurs. We put them in teams, they build products, they launch products, they're pitching these products to C-level executives. And most importantly, they're loving themselves and they're loving their communities.
The biggest impact that's had to my life is the sense of getting out of my comfort zone. So now, through this experience, I'm able to present in front of large amounts of people. For example, on our demo day, we're presenting in front of hundreds of people with our product, and I feel confident now to speaking in front of those people.
It goes beyond the summer, and it goes beyond this scope of working on a project firsthand. It goes building these relationships with these people, building the relationship with your community, and overall having the confidence to really challenge the status quo in your own way.
What we're trying to grow is our opportunity to expand structurally so that we can, at the end of the day, are able to impact all the youth of South Central Los Angeles. TXT's mission.
All right, everyone, welcome back, welcome back. So while we wait for the judges to make the final decision, we want to pause and celebrate the amazing people that are part of our SCLA 2022 cohort. So if the MCs could introduce all the speakers moving forward and celebrate the great growth from all of our youth. Thank you, MCs.
Thanks, Roque. So now I'd like to introduce our first TXT student speaker, Trayvon Williams. Before TXT started, Trayvon was willing to sacrifice his basketball summer league in order to be a part of TXT. This is when we knew that Trayvon would be committed to TXT and he would challenge himself to grow as a young professional. Trayvon is a Lil, now a Texter, who stood out as a strong leader within the cohort. He has excellent communication skills and became a role model for other young males in terms of speaking with clarity and confidence. Everyone, let's give it up for Trayvon.
Thank you, Tina. All right, hello everyone, I'm Trayvon Williams, and first off, I would like to start by saying, like Tina said, for me, TXT is probably one of the most challenging things I've ever done in my life. I've experienced an immense amount of growth along the way though, but in exchange, it has helped me grow, but in exchange, it helped me grow so much. Coming into TXT, I expected this to be the first step in my software engineering career, but as the program progressed, I realized the coding isn't my true passion. I aspired to pursue a career in business, furthering my knowledge on how to analyze a market, how to lead a company through the steps to success. But to anybody, TXT is invaluable for introducing in-real-world experiences in today's youth. At TXT, you'll meet a lot of new people who will challenge you to reach your full potential as a student and professional. For anyone considering joining TXT, you need to be dedicated because you're only going to get out of this as much as you put in. To continue, my internship has developed me as a student and has taught me how important it is to put in extra work after class and how much further it can push anything I do in life. I feel more prepared than ever going to my junior year of high school. A moment I would always cherish and never forget from TXT was leadership camp. I felt so out of place coming into camp, and I thought it was going to be hard to connect with everyone, because I felt so different being where I've come from. I'm not even from LA like everyone else. I come from Compton. But when getting there, everyone welcomed me with open arms, and I was able to make so many lasting memories with my TXT brethren, which I really love y'all so much. It was a tough journey, but I'm so glad I was given the opportunity to be a part of TXT this summer. And I would definitely recommend it to anybody.
Let's give it up for Trayvon.
Next, I want to take a moment to introduce one of our parents, Miss Murillo. Miss Murillo is a strong, confident, and independent woman who is passionate about teaching and gardening. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Miss Murillo.
Hi, everyone. My name is Katie Ninette Chagoya Limon, and I am Julian's parents. I think my video is off. Okay, so I just wanted to congratulate all of you to begin with, because I've seen how incredibly hard you've all worked, and it's a pleasure to see everything that you've done throughout the summer, because this time frame is nothing and you created so much. So I just want to say congratulations, regardless of what the results are. I just want to share my experience as a parent to Julian through this process. I've seen him grow so much. He's actually a pretty shy person, and this program really made him confront what he thought his abilities were. He came in with no coding background, and the entire first 4 weeks were so difficult for him. He really had to persevere throughout the process. And every single night he would tell us, it's really hard, I can't do it. And so as his parent, it's uncomfortable to see your child have a hard time, but my role is not to fix it for him. So I asked him, what can you do to help yourself? And he turned to his mentors. He turned to the brotherhood of coders that were in the program. And he was able to resource help for himself through late night sessions with everyone who was more than happy to guide him. And I think that really started the growing process. He realized that it was okay to make mistakes. He was so afraid of not doing well in the program. But that's part of the learning. He needed to struggle so that he could rise up to the challenge. And so many people stayed up late with him past his bedtime for the first time ever to help him learn and help him build his leadership skills and help advocate for himself, and eventually build an app and become the lead developer for his team. And we're just really proud of that for him. I know a lot of parents might look at the program and be uncomfortable with that initial difficulty, especially in the beginning challenges. But I'm sure all of your parents also helped you guys just continue to build yourselves up and find the help that you needed. And my advice for those parents and for future TXTers are, you can do hard things. It's gonna be hard, and that's okay, because you can do it and you're gonna be so proud of yourself. You're gonna build skills you would not have been able to build in a short amount of time if you wouldn't have persevered through those challenges. And I just want to share one memory of Julian. Someone else touched on it, and it was that the sweetest thing for me as a parent was when I picked him up at camp. He still didn't really have any friends, and he still felt like he was struggling when he went to camp, the leadership training. And when I picked him up early, I was shocked by the amount of kids who came to our car, who ran across the yard, who embraced him and congratulated him and supported him. And they really saw him for who he was. And I felt like that was the very beginning of him seeing himself as part of the coding community. He just fell in love with you guys. And then he saw himself as part of the group, and everything after that was wonderful. He started developing code, which was powerful. He started being asked to be a servant leader, and Roque and all the other mentors did such a good job at supporting him in his growth. So that's all I have to say, and I just want to say thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. Can we get another round of applause for Ms. Murillo?
And now I'd like to introduce our second TXT student speaker, Ms. Murillo's son, Julian Murillo. I remember Julian and his mother waking up at 6 a.m. and driving 2 hours away from LA to pick up Julian in order to fly him to Florida to attend his esports team tournaments. And he was still able to make time for TXT. From the start, we knew the Murillo family was willing to do whatever it took so that Julian could be part of TXT. Let's give it up for Julian, everyone.
Hello, everybody. My name is Julian. If I were to touch on TXT and its leadership program and how it's really made me develop as a leader, I think the first thing I would really want to think about is just the people here, like the other kids, really, because really they are the ones who inspire me to become a better leader. You know, I try to take what they have, I try to mimic what some of they have so that I can help inspire them too, or, you know, grow as a better leader. The kids here are absolutely fantastic, every single one of them. Their products are amazing. Truly, they are the ones that inspire me to become a better leader, better communication skills. They make me want to talk to the other kids. They're easy to talk to. It's just absolutely fantastic. They're the thing that I feel TXT really holds, and what makes the kids keep going on in TXT. I feel like their other kids are a big motivation for each other, and just the brotherhood really helps you push forward. Now, if I had to touch on academic skills and what they've taught me, TXT is very deadline driven. The kid with ADHD, that gets very, very, very hard. Almost all deadlines are a struggle to meet, but with TXT, there's always some kind of motivation. And honestly, throughout this program, TXT has really taught me to find the little things that are so important to me that help me push forward with the harder or greater things for a better reward for myself and others, which I hope I can also put in my academic studies when I go back, which I will. But I'll really try to push forward with all these skills that TXT has been able to give me. If I had to give advice for future students, I I would say you need to really know your MVP. That's just, you need to really, each kid needs to know their MVP, product design, Scrum, definitely lead developer. You really need to understand the product, even if you're not a lead developer, because I think really understanding what's going on, what skills are needed in order to develop this, it might really spark an interest, a passion. Something will make you curious that you'll want to figure out by yourself, which will maybe even help you start your own startup. So I think that's just my advice for future TXTers, or, work hard, that kind of stuff. Now for future careers, going with our hardware, coding, the coding is interesting, but I wouldn't say I'm the greatest at it. But rather I love seeing how the circuits were built, how it connects to the hardware, which connects to the app. That's really interesting. And I think there's a little more hope in engineering than I thought there would be previously before. And maybe even going forward with future TXT years or even elsewhere, maybe I should really strive to really develop my, my engineering skills, building more hardware, even better hardware than before, cleaner, sleeker, better designs, and really pushing forward with that. I think that's really what's really the passion that's been developing. Now for my favorite memories or favorite experiences, it's kind of funny. The trip was fun, but I think the best experiences were on Tuesdays. Before, when I was considering joining the program at TXT, when I heard that you were forced to go on Tuesdays every single week, it wasn't very enticing. I thought that we would be staying there for like 6 hours, coding straight for hours and hours and hours, just sitting down. I thought that was going to be the worst experience. Super boring, super tedious. But going into Tuesdays, there's a lot more than just sitting down and coding. The discussions, the conversations, hearing Oscar, hearing Roque talk, giving advice, seeing the other kids and students, they were hearing about their products. It really is something. Going each Tuesday, seeing each team work as hard as they can, going on lunch breaks and then talking with everyone else, just joking around, and then leaving on like 3 or like 5. It's really something. And I think that hopefully every kid enjoyed Tuesday in some way. And my favorite experiences on Tuesday was this one time where me and my group of my friends went to the Natural History Museum after the class because we were waiting to get picked up, and we stayed there until it closed at 5. Funny story, we lost a piece of hardware there, or I lost hardware there, but it was on a great experience. And maybe other previous people who went to TXT went to the Natural History Museum and had that experience too. And that's really what I'm looking forward to in the future years too. But thank you for letting me talk.
All right, let's give one more round of applause for Julian.
I now want to take a moment to introduce one of our littles who just became a texter. Starting today, will become a texter. Amador Cruz. Amador started the program by being stuck to his brother Steven. He followed his brother everywhere throughout camp. However, we challenged him to make new friends. And not only did he do that, he was also able to grow as a designer. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Amador.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amador Cruz, and I'm here to talk about my experience with TXT. When I first heard about TXT, my initial thoughts would be like a simple coding summer program where you would only meet like 2 to 3 times a week. I even joined it because like I thought it would be easy, but rather TXT was like the complete opposite of what I had just described. It was a tough and rigorous program that taught us discipline, responsibility, and leadership. Has taught us to push past our limits, both physically and mentally, and has helped with my overall personal growth. And before TXT, I wasn't much of a social person. I was more introverted. Rather, in fact, at the start of the program, I wouldn't even dare to speak up or talk to anyone new. However, the more I invested into the program, the more I gained the courage to speak up and meet new people. And although at first it was a bit uncomfortable, it was worth it. I started to speak up and got to know my coach, Danny, and my teammates, Benji, Giancarlos, and Eric. I was able to form a strong bond with my team and even created Urban within 4 weeks. Looking back to the creation of Urban, my favorite memory is the origin of our name. Our name is a combination of the words plant and indoor. And this is one of my favorite memories within Urban because this moment started what we have now. It has led to the creation of our product and it made our goals clear. The experience I had with my team, Urban and TXT, gave me the opportunity to better myself as a whole and be more responsible. It even helped with my academic habits. It got me back into reading books and improved my time management. I even grew as a leader. And for those of you who want to join TXT, I strongly agree that you do. TXT gives you the opportunity to better yourself as a whole and become a young professional. And some advice I would like to give to those of you who do intend to join TXT is that at the beginning, it may be hard and you may even contemplate on giving up, but you just have to keep pushing because in the end, the hard work that you put in and the time that you sacrifice will pay off. This program opened up future career opportunities that I never thought I would have or do, such as UI UX designing, because in the beginning, I never even knew what this was. But as I started to learn more of what this role did, I became more interested and is now one of my future career goals because I love being a UI UX designer. TXT has given me more than the opportunity to better myself. Rather, I have great memories of friends and experiences. My favorite experience of TXT was when we were at camp. We did the lava challenge. We were supposed to carry our friends from one place to another, and I even saw 2 people carry 3 people on their back. It was truly amazing. And TXT has been such a fun experience, has helped me and my peers become young professionals. And it is because of this, I would like to say, thanks to TXT, I was able to experience what it would be like to be a leader at my young age.
Thank you, Amador. Can we get another round of applause for that speech? That's right, Amador the GOAT. All right, so next, I want to introduce one of our TXT parents, the father of Amador, who is also named Amador. Amador has 2 sons in the program, Amador and Steven. Although he has a busy schedule, he is always able to make time to ensure that both of his sons are able to attend the program and even stay to work after class. He will now be sharing his experience as a TXT father in Spanish. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Mr. Cruz.
Buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Amador Cruz. Yo soy el papá de Steven y Amador. Una cosa que cuando ellos me hablaron acerca del programa, la mera verdad nunca pensé que fuera a tener tanta confianza o avanzar tanto o aprender tanto. ¿Por qué? Porque yo no estoy muy envuelto en esto de la tecnología como ahora, como los muchachos de ahora, ¿verdad? Ellos dos ahora están teniendo una confianza tan fuerte en esto de la tecnología como en estos proyectos que hicieron ellos. Yo traté de envolverme con ellos en estos proyectos, en esto que hicieron ellos, ¿me entiendes? So, Amador ahora, una cosa que quiero recalcar es que Amador siempre ha sido uno de los muchachos, uno de los niños que posiblemente a lo mejor yo he tenido a veces una gran culpa en a veces no darle la oportunidad o porque es muy joven. Desde muy chico me ha pedido, déjame invertir. Él siempre ha sido eso. Él desde los 12, 13 años siempre ha tenido eso me ha dicho, hey, ¿por qué tú no me dejas invertir? ¿Por qué tú no me dejas invertir? ¿Por qué tú no me dejas hacer esto? ¿Por qué tú no me dejas hacer lo otro? Entonces, una cosa que sí quiero recalcar es, con esto del programa de TXT, ahora ha sido más fuerte, se está haciendo más fuerte, se está haciendo como un líder tanto para mí como para mi familia, para su hermano, y entonces esto le va a ayudar mucho, la mera verdad. Steven ha obtenido mucha confianza, mucha confianza. Él es un poquito tímido, pero la mera verdad, ahora con este programa, con el proyecto que hizo, con todo esto que le han enseñado a través de sus compañeros, los maestros, a todos ellos les doy muchas gracias que le han ayudado, le han tenido mucha confianza. Entonces, yo lo único que más siempre he tenido, yo siempre trato de envolverme con ellos. Si ellos no me dejan mentir, posiblemente tampoco Gillian, posiblemente los muchachos han notado que yo siempre he estado al pendiente, yo siempre estoy ahí con el proyecto, aunque a veces moviéndoles aquí, moviéndoles allá, hey, hagan esto no trabaja así, ¿por qué no hacen esto? Porque siempre me gusta estar al pendiente de ellos, siempre me gusta estar con ellos, o posiblemente a lo mejor hasta una idea mía les ha servido, posiblemente no les ha servido, pero yo me doy cuenta ahora que uno como papá es la guía, es muy importante que nosotros nos envolvamos con ellos, porque a veces nosotros los papás tenemos la mentalidad a veces muy pobre de que ustedes no pueden, ya no lo puedes hacer, ya déjalo, ya no va a funcionar. Un ejemplo bien claro que quiero hacerles saber a los papás, yo me di cuenta, yo fui uno de los papás que en el proyecto de Amador y Steven, y un proyecto más que fue el de Steven, y también el de Amador, hubo un poco como de que, no trabaja, ¿por qué no va a trabajar? Pero estos niños, y con el programa, con los maestros, vieran lo es difícil que han pasado para poder hacer trabajar esos sistemas que han hecho. Yo lo viví, no me lo contaron, yo estuve ahí con ellos. Tuvieron que trabajar hasta las 10, 11, casi de las 11 de la noche para poder lograrlo. Eso es algo que a mí me llena de orgullo de mis hijos, de sus compañeros, de la escuela, de todo lo que les ha enseñado este programa. Yo pienso que ahora que estos programas no los deben de dejar, deben de estar más y tratar de traer más niños, que ellos sean unos líderes, pero para que ellos sean unos líderes, pienso que nosotros también somos una base para ellos. Pues, muchas gracias, se lo agradezco a todos los de TXT, a los maestros, a los líderes, a los papás, a los niños. Por favor, papás, no dejen que nuestros hijos, que ellos se rindan. Háganlos pensar como grandes. Una cosa que sí tengo, yo siempre les he dicho, si ustedes quieren hacer grandes en esta vida, desde ahorita, desde ahorita como Amador, como pienso que es uno de los más jóvenes, háganlos pensar como grandes. No los piden, tú no puedes, no les digan cosas negativas. Háganlos pensar como líderes, háganlos pensar que tú puedes. Porque no tengo la economía. Papás, eso no es ningún problema. Simplemente que a veces tenemos la mentalidad de decir, no se puede. No, papás, por favor, yo sé que todos tenemos la capacidad y cada niño tiene la capacidad para llegar grandes. Háganlos pensar como grandes y yo se los apuesto que van a llegar a ser grandes. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much for that speech. Can we get another round of applause for Amador's dad, Amador?
All right, everyone. Our judges have made their decision. So they will give a brief preview and then announce the winner for third place, then second place, and then first place. Judges, you can begin to give a brief summary on the third place winner and then announce the team's name.
Thank you, Miguel. So I'm going to be announcing the third place winner. So this team was really innovative and they had a very great product idea. So they ranked very high on product quality and business potential. there was a great mastery of technical skills as well. So that was the other count on which this team got rated very highly. And then the clarity of the presentation was phenomenal. The sort of aspect of innovation was very impressive, bringing in something new to the market. So that's what we all loved about this team. So before I announce in the chat, any guesses on which that team is? Okay, so I see Shiver Shield, Swindle Stop, Sweep Alert. Any more guesses? Okay. Well, okay. So I think just one, actually two out of the lot got it right. The third place winner is actually, drum roll, GUI Tech.
Yeah, GUI Tech.
Congratulations, GTech. I can, I don't know if I'll be able to do as great a job as building suspense as my colleague here. But the second place winner had some really great ideas around using technology to gamify an experience becoming increasingly important to things like college admissions, personal growth, and all having the side effect of directly benefiting local communities. This team had some good originality in terms of the idea, and the participation of the whole group was really evident. The second place winner is meant to make volunteering and logging and keeping track of your service hours much easier for the youth of today. And we all thought it was a great idea and has the potential to have some awesome impact, and that would be the Service Cube.
Service Cube!
Yeah!
All right,
Good work. Good work.
Great work. We got to be just frank with you. It was, the scoring was very, very, very close, and not all of us had the same first place team. We had different things, and we negotiated, we talked it through, but it was unanimous. We all decided that the number one team was our unanimous choice. We thought that the number one team did some really good market research, and we thought that was very important. Particularly, I like their competitor analysis. I thought that was good. I had a good feel for what was already out there. I felt like you actually did your analysis well. You did, as you identified some of the weaknesses, the vulnerabilities in your competitors, which is always a great thing to target on when you're moving into a market. Well, we thought that the team itself during the presentation participated evenly and very well. We thought it was a good team effort. And just as far as it being doable and practical, we thought that this was an application that was doable and that it could be done and it was practical, which is always a great thing, right? You can have a really good idea, but you have to be able to pull it off. I think maybe what helped to make this the number one team, I think for me anyway, was that you did two things. One, you identified a potential impact, a desirable impact, incentivization for the individual. There was something in this for the individual to adopt it. So that's what you want to do. If you don't incentivize people to do something you want them to do, you shouldn't be surprised they don't do it. So this one actually had benefit to the individual, but I think what really made it hot was it also had benefit for the community. And so it helps the individual, and it also helps that individual's community. By, in this case, we'll tip it off a little bit maybe because it'll save the individual money, and it will help to make the community cleaner. So The number one is Sweep Alert. So congratulations to Sweep Alert and to everyone. They're all great presentations. Thank you.
All right, judges. So you can now begin to give feedback to all the teams for future progress.
All right. We don't want to let the winning teams do an acceptance speech.
I could jump in with a little piece of feedback. So first of all, everybody did a great job, and like across the board, super impressed on how each team starts like with a story, with a customer story. So like figuring that story out and then being able to tell it effectively is huge. I mean, that's what got you to like this presentation, this demo day in the first place. So awesome job across the board. As like maybe constructive feedback, I think, I think as judges, we had a lot of technical questions, and sometimes, a product has like a key piece of technology that may be really hard, or it may have a key piece of technology that is pretty feasible and easy. And I think thinking about that in advance and ahead of time, understanding what's going to be hard and acknowledging that that's a potential weakness or something that's going to have to be really focused on or maybe de-risked, that's something that can improve your presentation if you're aware of those things.
I just see, go ahead, Doug. I was just going to say that I just see the excitement, and so great job, everyone. Phenomenal work. Your ability to tell a story is phenomenal, and that's important, right? As you look at kind of succeeding in your professional careers in years to come, your ability to tell a story, your ability to communicate is very important. So you did a phenomenal job at that. Of course, in terms of improvement, I think just kind of sort of iterating, coming into this kind of a competition with not just a little something more, something that's a little more substantial would place you well ahead of the pack, right? So that's what I would kind of look forward to. But again, in the short amount of time that you had, you did an amazing amount of work. So you should definitely be proud of it. Go out, celebrate. And even the teams that did not make into the top three, you all did some amazing work. It's more of about how we went about ranking, right? In context of the rubric that was given to us. So that does not mean that the problems that you're solving are irrelevant or anything. It just means that maybe your market is a bit niche. Maybe the problem that you're solving is a little more targeted. So keep working, keep iterating, and I'm sure you'll find your own space.
I'd like to echo the remarks of the other judges in terms of you guys. It was very close. All the scores were within points of each other. So I don't know if y'all were working together or exposed to each other's energy, but certainly everyone was sort of leveling everybody else up, even across teams, and the quality of the ideas across the board and the work you guys put in set kind of a bar that was consistent and consistently high. So I was super impressed across the board with everyone. I think to the extent some ideas are a little more targeted, maybe a little easier for us to imagine them being executable versus some other ones that still had some large unresolved technical or potential market fit sort of issues. But it doesn't mean that those problems can't be solved and that you guys aren't the ones to solve them. So really awesome work, everybody. I'm so happy I got to weigh in on this and see everybody's presentation. So
thank you. And I would just want to echo what all my colleagues have just said. We wish there could have been 6 first places. You guys have all done great. I don't want anyone to feel bad. I've learned from these presentations. I learned about technology. You've taught me something here. I do think, particularly for like if this were going for venture capital and launching a new market and getting investors to agree to buy into you, it's a tricky balance because you don't want to come in with a technology that is just totally mainstream, nothing innovative, nothing unique or kind of frontier busting, right? On the other hand, the further you go up that technology chain to something that becomes closer and closer to vaporware, it's a stretch there too, right? Everything that was talked about here today will be doable at some point or will be done at some point, right? But you got to say on that sliding continuum, how far out in front of your skis can you get with the technology so that you're leading that sector, but it's still implementable. There's still ability to do it now, and it's that window of time. And so some of you, I think, had a shorter technology window that was more implementable, which that was attractive. I think some of you had a longer technology window, which made the technology itself very, very interesting, but made it more difficult to be implementable in the short period of time that we have here. So, you know, bringing something to market, that's this kind of a tricky compromise continuum that you have to keep in mind here. But I thought you guys all did a great job of trying to make reasonably technologically complex proposals understandable for non-technical people. And that's the ability to communicate technology. There's really good technologists out there, but most of the time they're going to be in the back room doing stuff. If you can get someone who can take a very stupid question like some of the ones I asked and then answer it without insulting the guy who asked you the dumb question and make them feel smart, that's a real trick. And so that ability to communicate technology to non-technologists is going to do you a world of good for the rest of your career. But guys, everybody did a good job. Nobody should feel bad. We wish we could have given the first place to 6 teams today. So thank you, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you for your feedback, judges. At this time, we want to hear from Sweep Alert. Sweep Alert, we want to hear your thoughts on winning first place.
Yes, my name is Diego, and honestly, you don't understand how happy I was when I heard you guys say we won. Like, I literally went to go to my mom because this whole morning I was just like, I want to be the winning team. I really wanted it, and I'm glad that we ended up winning.
Same, me too. Like, honestly, once they announced that we were like going to participate in demo day, like I felt like we just had to win. Like, there's no other choice. And yeah, I'm just really grateful to have worked with like my teammates and like everyone else and like the staff. Yeah, I'm really grateful.
My name is Drew. I'm just like completely excited and overwhelmed because I thought that in the beginning I was like very negative and thinking that we weren't gonna do good, and now I see that like we actually worked hard and we actually do deserve this, and I'm thankful for having the team that I had because they all did great, and I'm very appreciative of them.
Yeah, I can pretty much second what everyone said. I'm so thankful, and I don't know. I've never really, I don't know. I don't think I've ever like felt this way or like want something like this before. So this is like such a big achievement for me. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm the coach for Sweep Alert, and I've seen these boys grow from little boys to young professional tech entrepreneurs. I've seen them through their highs and lows, and I'm really, really proud to see where they've gone. And I'm really proud of all the teams. I've seen a ton of growth in this program. I haven't seen a program do more for the community than TXT when it comes to really developing boys into these young tech entrepreneurs and helping them actually go into industry and make substantial changes in the world. So thank you for that.
All right, congrats again, Super Alert. All right, So let's give a big round of applause to all of our judges. Thank you, judges, for spending some of your Saturday with TXT. We are thankful and appreciative of your feedback. We are about to wrap up demo day. We know you have a busy day, so you can continue with your Saturday, or you're more than welcome to stay with us. Again, thank you very much, judges.
Thank you. It's been a privilege.
Yeah, thank you guys. Awesome to be here. I'm glad I could contribute.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Now I'd like to introduce our summer's TXT class speaker, Benji Aguilar. He was chosen by his peers as someone who exemplified the leadership creed to represent his cohort this summer. Personally, this summer, I've seen him excel as a leader and motivate his TXT brothers to strive for success. I would like everyone to give it up for Benji now.
Thank you so much, everyone. I just wanted to say I'm really glad and surprised. I'm really happy that I got to know everyone. You guys are my second family. I wouldn't have gotten to the point where I am if it wasn't for you guys. But now talking about TXC has helped me grow as a leader by teaching me how to be disciplined and hold myself and the people who I'm in charge of accountable. The main lesson it has taught me is that when you're a leader, you're not supposed to babysit your team around or just boss them and give them orders. You're supposed to understand and respect the role and what they're working on so you can get a better understanding of your team. As a leader, you gotta trust other people because a team cannot work without a leader, or a leader cannot work without a team. So in the end, the team can be successful. Thanks to what I've learned this summer, my academic habits have improved significantly due to the fact that I improve my responsibility and work hard. I used to be lazy and irresponsible. I dreaded doing homework and just meeting up after class with my team, just putting all those extra hours, just working with my team Pervin, like all the way from 9:45 in the morning, like to 10 in the night, helped me improve so much. I just can, sorry, I just can describe how thankful I am to my team. I will say to any future TXC student, just believe in yourself. Confidence will be the most important thing that you will need to be able to survive. And if you speak lightly, learn how to change that. You have a strong voice. Make sure your voice is heard and be as loud as a lion's roar. No matter how hard you feel the program is getting, you gotta keep going and stay strong till the end, because the more time passes in the program, you learn a lot of important knowledge. For example, how to ask the right questions. Never feel you're asking the right questions, because that just shows how much you care and are willing to prepare yourself. TXT has helped me so much and has helped me to learn more about myself and future careers. I am grateful to be able to start building my tech coding skills as a young professional. So surely I could start taking opportunities that will give me an insight onto the career that I'm pursuing. It has taught me how to get out of my comfort zone and go out looking for opportunities instead of waiting opportunities to come to me. It has shown me that I could get involved in programs and building strong connections in the future so I can become a successful person. My favorite moment of this program was when we were asked, "Who are you?" This question simply just broke me down. I started sobbing my eyes out and I asked myself why I was feeling this way. I never felt like this in my life before. This activity made me realize how I'm such a fragile person. This helped me realize that I cannot let my hardworking mom down. My mom works 12-hour shifts, so I live a comfortable life. This moment was so special to me because it sparked something in me to keep working hard, to make everyone, my brothers, my mom, my siblings proud of who I am. I just want to say thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate having y'all and getting to know myself better. Thanks to everyone. And I just want to say a special thanks to Roque. I wouldn't be here if he hadn't reached out to me. And now I finally have the confidence to become someone better, someone who everyone will be proud of. And thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much for that speech, Benji. Everyone, let's give Benji another round of applause.
At this time, we show our appreciation for our sponsors. Huge thanks to Medtronic, Meta, Snap, CCF, and West Power Energy for their donations, which go towards supporting our Summer Coding Leadership Academy, Junior Summer Coding Leadership Academy, and Hustle and Code hackathons. Also, thank you to USC for generously opening their facilities to us and giving us the space to hold our SCLA in-person classes. Lastly, we thank Stanford University for providing us with incredible coaches.
Next up, we want to thank all of our coaches. Without our coaches, we wouldn't be able to have the 4-to-1 ratio to make sure all of our boys grow in terms of becoming the next generation of tech entrepreneurs. So thank you. And we hope you continue growing and keep in touch. So when you do become professionals, you could come back as guest speakers. So everyone, if you could join me in thanking every single coach, because without them, we have no SCLA.
Yeah, coaches.
So next up, we are very excited to continue to innovate, and our next big event is going to be our hackathon. This will take place on Saturday, December 10th. So all of you texters, we hope you're there to help teach new middle school and high school students everything you've learned in SCLA. We'll be sending out more details about how to register either as a volunteer or as a student. And this program is open for both boys and girls, middle school or high school. So please keep an eye out on social media and our website. Lastly, if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to myself. Once again, my name is Roque. I am the VP of Programs. And if you have any questions about the hackathon, you can reach out to Miguel and he will help you out. With that said, we're going to go ahead and stop the Zoom recording and we're going to stay on Zoom if anyone has any questions in regards to anything in regards to TXT or SCLA. But with that said, it was a great Demo Day 2022. Once again, congrats to all teams and especially our champions, Sweep Alert. Bye, everybody.
Recording stopped.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Roque.
Congrats, Drew. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, everyone.
Roque, I have a question.
Yes.
So like